we are. Do you know how to contact us? Or you can message us your phone number, but this is how you contact us. Hey guys, Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on.
Happy Friday. As you jump on, drop your city and your state. Let us know where you are joining us from.
This is the Blanks Spot, and we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier, guys. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Thanks for the continuous likes. We just ask guys that you, as you jump on, that you drop your city and state. Also, thank you, Jackie. Appreciate it. Out of Albany, Georgia. Drop your city and state, like the video, and share the video. We're going to be talking about a couple of topics as it pertains to getting started. And this is going to apply to a lot of people. Actually, this applies to everybody. I'm gonna stop being as politically correct as people expect me to be. I'm gonna speak from the place of truth, and it's gonna be a candid truth. However, it's gonna be a respectful truth. All right. Some people are gonna say, "Hey, well, no, that's not me. I don't need it." But I'm gonna share this with you, and if it sticks and stays, great. But if it doesn't, then you know, that's that. So my co-host has walked away, but we're gonna go ahead and get started in just a minute, okay? In just a minute. So hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. It's about 6 days before Christmas, so we hope that you guys are prepared for whatever is going to be happening. I don't know if you guys are still shopping for the holidays. If you are, God bless you. If you're not, God bless you. Take what you have. Take what you have. Sometimes it's time to cut your losses. So take what you have and be cool with it. L Boogie, thanks for jumping on. Greetings, Grand Rising. Grand Rising, Pandora from Starksville. Drop that city and state. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. Also, if you are new to the platform, meaning is if it's your first time, type a number 1 in the comments. We're always going to ask you guys if you're new to the platform. We want to welcome you in. But welcome to the platform if you're new. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you. We appreciate it. Support is sharing our lives. Support is Puerto Rico. Support is sharing our lives. Support is telling someone about our business. And support is just basically liking our stuff. We are on 3 platforms right now: TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Everything is the Blanks Spot, and you can go back and watch the replay on YouTube at the Blank Spot. Hit the bell to be notified and subscribe so you know when we go live. Okay. So my name is Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot. Once again, guys, if you're new and you didn't know, we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Grand Rising, Sandra. Thanks for jumping on.
Hey, Sandra. Hey, Pandora.
And today we're going to be talking about escaping excuses.
Hey, L Boogie.
I don't know if you guys saw the topic, but we're going to be talking about escaping excuses. Okay.
L Boogie, I received my order and I'm so excited to make the shirts for my Christmas gift. Awesome.
I'm excited.
Thank you. We appreciate you doing business with us, L Boogie. If you're in our group, make sure you post some pictures in the group.
Yeah, tag us.
And tag us, okay? We appreciate you.
This information is for everybody. We are first and foremost, we are business owners. But everybody who out there who is crafting, welcome. If you are a side hustler, welcome. If you're a business owner, welcome. But we're not crafting. Although we just cannot help but to keep on attracting loads and loads and loads of crafters who think that we're crafting, but we're not crafting. This conversation is not about making things. Anybody can make something, okay? Anybody can watch a video, get some equipment, and then try it out and then perfect it if they stick with it. Anybody can do that. But not everybody is willing to learn how to turn that craft or that skill set into some money. And that's why we're here. We're not here to promise you, six figures. We're not here to promise you that you're going to be super duper successful. We're not here to promise you that because we don't know your work ethic, we don't know your skill set, and we don't know what you're willing to do, how much time you're willing to put into it. However, we are here to share with you why everyone should own a side business. And I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna stand on that, and I'm gonna tell you why here in just a minute. Now, there's gonna be some craft content creators, and I've had conversations with some that say, "Hey, you know what? Business is not for everybody." That's a lie. Business is for everybody. Everybody does not have a business mindset. Everybody does not have a strategic mindset because business is nothing more than a strategy. A business is a way of learning and earning more money. You got a choice. You currently have a 9 to 5 and you got a choice. You can either work overtime, work some extra hours, you can get a second job, or you can start your first business on the side. Those are your options. Because the bottom line is everybody in this country, in order to live more comfortably, especially in the economy now, we need more money.
Mhm.
We need more resources.
So if you take a look at things, the wealthy people, what do they have? The wealthy people have a 9 to 5.
No, they create them. They have businesses.
Right? Wealthy people have businesses. So when you think about it that way, yes, a business is, a tool.
It's a tool, man.
Right? It's a tool to get you to wealth. So you really got to think about that.
Hey, Princess, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. So, guys,
hey, Devon.
Hey, Devon, how are you? Thanks for that, because it starts here mentally. Now, here's the thing: you will not see a lot of people gravitating to this conversation because we're not pulling things off the shelf. We're not making things. This is not a conversation that everybody wants to have because of the lack of desire that people have. The I don't want to call it depression, but people are in a depression. I would say that the conditioning that we have had and that we continue to have about how money works, about how resources are, about a job, we are conditioned. We've been conditioned and groomed. And this is not a color thing. This is not a race thing. This is a class thing. This is a class thing. This is a lower, what people think is middle, and then what people understand to be upper class thing. The teaching starts from the beginning. You got people who have learned how to struggle and learn how to survive in the struggle. And then you have people who haven't had to struggle a day in their lives because of things that has come before them. So we're going to talk to you about why everybody should have a business on the side. I don't want a business on the side. I'm cool with what I'm doing at my job. It's not your job. Because at any moment they can let you go. I don't know what people were doing in 2020 until 2022. But I know a lot of people were getting let go.
Yeah, y'all know the pandemic really changed things up for every American.
It took the shades off of people's eyes is what it did.
It should have taken the shades off of everybody's eyes because people realized that you were stagnant. Like what do you do when things like that happen, especially if you don't have any other means. And we did see a lot of people starting businesses after that. But then when everything kind of went back to normal,
people went back to work.
People went back to work, which is no problem. But you would think that after what happened, people will really learn, and then I'm going back to work, but at the same time I'm going to be building something on the side for myself, for my family, for to leave generational wealth. So back in 2022 we saw a lot of people going back to work and abandoning those businesses, you know,
those side businesses,
those side businesses,
and the things that kept them afloat.
Yeah.
When they had no money coming in from that job. Diane, thanks for jumping on. Grand rising to you. So I want you guys to think about this. Okay. This is not anything that we're going to try to force on anybody, but we are looking for people who are tired. We're looking for people who are sick and tired, because that is now going to be our target audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we're going to continue to sell our transfers. Mm-hmm. We're going to continue to sell our blanks. We're going to continue to sell our things to people who just want to make stuff, mm-hmm. who are just happy and giddy and just joyous profit and seeing people happy, mm-hmm. you know.
Well, yeah, well, you know, we're going to continue to do that,
yeah.
But we want to be able to do that along with help you to be able to keep that money from all those things that you're buying and making for people. So, you know, what good does it do if all this stuff that we're giving you and you're buying for your business, if it's not benefiting you to be able to build something for later?
Or if you are a hobbyist and you're just using all of your extra money, which I'm not here to count your pockets, but if you're a hobbyist and using all your extra money to buy this stuff, but you're not putting anything back into it. See, the thing that stops people, when we're talking about escaping the excuses, one of the things that I found that stops people from starting a side business is fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear. And that fear is going to be because of a lot of different things. The fear of what my friends and family gonna think about me.
Yeah.
The fear what if my friends and family don't support me? The fear what if I fail?
Yeah.
Those things that's gonna stop you. And that fear creates excuses.
Mm-hmm.
It creates a lot of roadblocks, and a lot of disturbances. And it stops you from being the you that you were probably even meant to be. I don't know what God's plan is for you, but I know God's plan for us is that he wants us to be profitable and prosper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's his wish. He wants us to prosper. And I don't know how anybody is okay with just being okay. I'm thankful for what I have, but
we're not satisfied.
Being satisfied,
Mm-mm.
but being satisfied is not something that we should aspire to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody out there has a great gift, a great talent, a great skill set, and you can turn that skill set into currency, but you are worried about what people are going to think about you. You're concerned about how people are going to look at you. You're worried if you're going to have the support from your family or your friends.
Yeah. And then a lot of people, it's laziness too. Is laziness is, you know, not wanting to get out of your comfort zone, because your comfort zone, being in your comfort zone, that's gonna keep you. Okay. So you have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone to be able to do something different.
Annie, I read your comment too. I'm not going to read it out loud, but I did see your comment, and we're sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss. So fear, staying in your comfort zone, being lazy, that's some things right there, right?
Yeah, well, let's say lazy. Nobody.
I mean,
nobody likes that. Yeah, we that's what we're here to do.
We lazy sometimes, you know.
So we want. I'm 53. There's a lot of things that 23-year-old Eric did not do to prepare 53-year-old Eric. And when I look back at my 23-year-old self, I'm disappointed at him.
Mm-hmm.
How could he have let me down and not expect that I was going to make it to 53? But now I will not allow my 42-year-old self did not allow my 53-year-old self to be in the same situation. And what I mean is that's when we actually started doing business. That's when we actually started this journey.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times too, people think that it's too late. It is not, it's never too late. I promise you, it's never too late. Like Eric said, we didn't start this journey until he was 42. Meaning the journey in business.
Yeah.
We didn't start until he was 42. Okay. So it's never too late. We have people in our community that's 70 years old. And they're not afraid. So it's never too late to start. Okay. You got to start somewhere. All right. El Boogie say that's what I thought. That's it. It's never too late. She's 50, they're 52. It's not too late, y'all. So you can do it. But you have to get that fear out of the way. You have to get out of your comfort zone. Stop being lazy. Okay. And start.
So let's talk about some things, because we're not gonna get people to share this live. And I'm a little disappointed in y'all right now. I really am. We got over 90,000 Facebook followers. We have over 70, almost 7,500 YouTube subscribers and over 30,000 TikTok followers. I'm disappointed right now, because when we are tuned in to entertainment, somebody sitting down dancing, somebody sitting down acting a fool, telling jokes, we are tuned in. We're tuned in. But as soon as we start talking about structure and start talking about something serious and something that should be near and dear to you, and that is taking care of yourself and providing a better life for yourself, then people zone out. Because that's another thing we're going to talk about. Reality. The delusion of starting a business. Oh, I'm going to make this much money in this much time because I need to. Listen, I am sick and tired of people asking, how much money can I make in my business? Or asking, hey, if I do this, can I do this full time? I don't know. What's your work ethic?
We don't know what your work ethic is.
What's your goal, your vision, your drive? What did God tell you?
Right.
Did God tell you to ask me for permission?
Right.
Or did he say, hey, connect with somebody? I'm going to put people in your path to make it easier for you to get to your destination.
Right.
See, we can't in one statement be a believer and then in the other statement be fearful. Those two don't work together. Now, here's the thing. When we talk about being in a hurry, we can't help what we did not know when we were younger.
Right.
So we have to learn how to forgive ourselves about what we didn't do. We didn't know when we was younger.
You don't know what you don't know.
But now when you know better, you have the ability to do better.
Okay.
But once you know, you cannot unknow. That's when it comes to a point to where, hey man, I know that I can live a better life. I know that I can provide a better opportunity for my family, but I just choose not to because I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 7 and I was riding my bike. I wasn't the greatest at riding my bike, but I was riding on the sidewalk. Back then you could ride on the sidewalk and have no problems. And I was a little scrawny little kid. Can't tell now, but I was a little scrawny little kid. And that bike fell over on my leg and it scratched my leg up. I'm talking about real bad. I was hot-headed even then. I picked that bike up and I started walking to the wood line. And I tossed that bike in the woods. And my dad was never really a talker. My dad talked with this, right? That's old school. My dad wasn't really ever a talker. And basically what my dad did was told me to go get the bike. I didn't know then what he was telling me, but I knew later on he was telling me not to quit, not to give up. See, when we're kids, we're fearless. I took that bike and I started learning how to do wheelies. I took that bike and I started jumping over things. I was fearless.
After you went and got it.
After I did not give up.
Right.
Absolutely. But right. I was fearless. We have to go back to our younger selves when we weren't afraid of what people said, how people thought about us. We got to go back to that time, because now what happens is you have a responsibility. You got people counting on
to yourself, right?
You got bills.
Yeah.
You got expenses. You got a lifestyle. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're going to work until you pass away with nothing to show for it, other than maybe a 401k, maybe some small investments, if you're lucky, then what are you going to have, and how are you going to pass it off to your children's children?
Yeah.
You cannot run your life in fear. I mean, you can, your option, your choice, but I want you to think about it. So now, moving forward, most people would rather work extra on the holidays, specifically now. Oh, I can get double time. I can get time and a half.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you have a craft or a hobby that you do on the side. And it did not cross your mind to, man, if I was a business owner, I could have been using that extra time to expand my business.
Expand my business, yes. Yep.
So Art says, I don't know how to be profitable on the market. Well, what marketing books?
Yeah,
what marketing books have you read?
What are you doing? What's your project? What's your product or service?
But what
that's
did
something
you...
that we talk about in our membership, our TBS membership. We talk about that. So you know,
and that's one of the reasons we're here. We're here to advertise and talk about our membership. We have a business membership that we created that breaks business down. We don't have a craft membership. So crafters, unfortunately, this one ain't gonna be for you.
It's a business membership. This membership is for someone that truly wants to build a business. Okay. You may be crafting right now, and you may be in the back of your mind, you want to make this a real business. That's what the membership is for. We're not looking for people that you want to come in and then next month you want to be able to make 10. I mean, make 6 figures, 10 figures. That's not what this membership is for.
That's not even realistic.
So we being realistic with you. Okay. That's not what it's about. Okay. This membership is going to get you a lot of information about how to build your business correctly from the ground up.
And on that platform, there's also, if you decide that you don't want to invest in yourself as far as the membership, there's a community where you can do chats.
You can ask questions of people in the community. It's a great tool because you have like-minded people in the community that'll be able to answer your question
and compare their answers to their life experiences. So Artoon Tucson, that's a great opportunity for you. If you want to do that, that question can be answered in the community. And before anybody says something, and I'm gonna address this. I'm gonna address this right now. Before someone says, well, why do we have to pay to get answers? You don't have to pay for anything you don't want to pay for. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But what you won't be doing, is you won't be getting it from me for nothing, because my time is currency. That's what I said. My time is currency.
Yep.
So I'm answering some questions, responding to some questions right now.
So
if you're just jumping on, this is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located in Columbia, South Carolina, or just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And we're talking about, I want you to understand something. We're talking about escaping your fears. Why you should have a business on the side. Why everybody should have a business on the side. You're right, Sandy, nothing's free. But the thing that we have created in this community, and it happened before I got here, but the thing we created in this community is that we've come to expect things for free. So it's not that I'm not okay, faithful one. It's not that I'm not okay with telling you the name of the shelves. Hell, I don't know. They're just shelves, but that's not what we're talking about. And those are not DTF transfers. Those are screen print transfers. So we're talking about escaping your fears and why escaping your excuses and why you should start a side business and not just starting a side business, but understanding how to properly run it. The membership is going to break that thing down and share with you how to properly run it, from documentation that you should have, record keeping, software that's available, talking about tax deductions and things like that. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about business structures and business operations effectively and efficiently. It's not just about, because anybody can start to make things. Just as the young lady just asked about the shelves back here. You could take a picture of these shelves. Watch this. This is how much technology we have right now. And this is what my wife was saying about, and Faithful, please, I'm not using you, but I'm going to say what my wife said before. This is what we talk about people being lazy, right? Not saying that you're lazy. So take a picture of the shelves, take a screenshot, and then upload this screenshot until Google Images. And it's gonna come up with a lot of different stuff. It's gonna come up with a lot of different stuff. But we have been conditioned in this society, guys. We've been conditioned to lean on people unnecessarily. You're in a room with 3 millionaires. It's 10,000 people in a room with 3 millionaires, and they're taking a question. They're going to take the time to answer at least one question from all 10,000 people. And the first thing that we will ask somebody is, where do we get our shoes from? Yes, ma'am. God bless you as well. Mm-hmm. The first thing we'll ask somebody is, where did you get your outfit from? You're in the room with a millionaire, and you're going to ask them where they get their watch from. No pertinent questions. And this is what happens is we have been conditioned and groomed to not do our research, to not try to learn on our own. Just as, I don't know how to be profitable on the market. I don't understand that, because we didn't know how to be profitable on the market either. Mm-mm. But we did our due diligence.
Yeah.
We didn't we didn't go to anybody and say, hey, can we start a business?
No.
We didn't go to anybody and say, hey, if we start this business, will you shop from us? Will you so? And like, people like to use this word that I despise, people using this word in business, support. I want to support your business. What you want to do? Hold us up? Mm-mm. Or do you want to purchase from us? Because purchasing is not support.
Let's do business.
Nobody gave us or granted us permission other than God to run and operate this business, which is why we're still here. And people don't want to say that out loud, because they know as soon as they say that, here comes adversity. Here comes roadblocks. Here comes the devil. Why should you have, shifting back, why should you have a side hustle? If you have a job, why should you have a side hustle or a side business? And I'm going to call it a side business, a business on the side. Because whether you call it a side hustle or not, mm-hmm. If you're calling it a side hustle, there's a difference between a side hustle and a business, or a side business. A side hustle, I get up and I do it when I feel like it. But a side business has some structure.
Yeah.
And you can still work your business when you want to. You just have to work it as much as the IRS said you have to work it.
Right.
But with a side hustle, you don't get tax deductions. With a side hustle, you don't get tax benefits. But with a side business, you do. So time out for all of the people who want to do things the way that they want to do it. Let me know how that's working for you. Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Let me know how that works for you. You already know, and you want to do it the way you want to do it. Or you've been following this amazing, very popular content creator / crafter, or whatever genre of business you're in. You've been following this coach. Mm-hmm. And they're not breaking this thing down. And they're telling you the same thing that we're telling you, basically. Ultimately, pay for our stuff. At the end of the day, you need to pay for this stuff. But you're following them. And they're telling you, you know what? You got to use AI. But how do I use AI?
You got to use AI. You got to just post the content.
Yeah, keep posting.
Become a content creator.
Yeah.
But then you become that content creator, and you don't understand that the IRS, they want Uncle Sugar. They want their money. and you don't know how to,
Yeah.
you don't understand the implications of just post the content. Do you know what that means?
Just posting
Okay.
digital content. If you, and we're going to use this since you brought this. So a content creator has no overhead other than camera equipment, other than recording equipment. And that's not a lot, because they're not buying it every month. You buy your camera equipment, you buy your lighting, you buy your microphones, you pay somebody to edit. That's it. Okay. Once you buy that camera equipment, that's the last purchase, unless you upgrade.
Right.
You're constantly paying people to edit. What's your overhead?
Yeah.
So when you have no overhead, you have no write-offs. And when you have no write-offs, you have no tax deductions. And when you have no tax deductions, you have a large tax bill.
That's right.
And you have people that are content creating and they're saying, hey, you know what? I made so much money. You're flossing and flexing and showing all this money, but you're not telling people how much you kept and how much your tax bill was.
Exactly.
We're trying to alleviate that ignorance. We're trying to alleviate that ignorance and prepare people so they can propel to the next level. That's only if you want to.
Yeah.
A side hustle is just what it is. Hustle Harry. I got some things that I got off the block or fell off the truck, and I'm gonna sell it to you for a little bit more than what I got it for, which was free. I'm just gonna sell it to you to make a profit, or I want to double my money. There's nothing wrong with side hustling.
Right. There's nothing wrong with content creation. You just have to know what comes with it. You really do have to educate yourself about what that means when it comes to taxes and things like that, because if not, you're gonna be very, very upset when it's time to pay.
No, you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be hurt.
And then people, if content creation is your only source, now what happens if these platforms disappear?
Or if they banned you?
Or if you get banned, okay, what do you do now? So if you are content creating, you better be building up to a business, meaning you have some type of product or something like that. You should be building up to that.
Monetizing your gifts, your skills, and also your audience. Donetta, yes, absolutely. Understanding the business side of business is extremely important.
Extremely.
But you can't have this conversation with everyone. That's why when we come on this platform to talk about this, that's why we decide to figure out how we can separate the sayers from the naysayers, the doers from the watchers. Because at the end of the day, we have to build a business. And we have created an opportunity not just to create another source of revenue for our business, but we've created an opportunity to help people who want to do the same thing. See, there's nothing wrong. You cannot be ashamed. And this is another thing. I'm writing these things down. Ashamed. Another thing that's holding you back is that you are ashamed to make money in a business, because you feel like if you're not losing sleep, you feel like if you're not working hard on somebody else's job, that you're really not working. And I don't know if anybody out there reads the Bible, or even if you do, what Bible you read, but the Bible says that a man that doesn't work shouldn't eat. It don't say a man that doesn't work for Walmart shouldn't eat.
Right.
So having a business or creating a business is a form of working. And finding a product or a service that actually solves a problem is also a form of working. It's a solution. You won't see people liking what we talk about on these conversations because it's too much of a hassle. This is hurting your feet.
Thank you for the gift.
This is touching your toes. And we won't get people liking this information because we're not clownage. We're not sitting on the top of a table. We're not half dressed. We're not naked. We're not dancing, singing. We're not entertaining you in the sense or the way that most people are looking for entertainment.
Right.
We're not gossiping about our love life. We're not talking about our personal stuff. That stuff
We're not
is what,
flossing our
we're
back
not-
office with how much we made
Yeah.
today. We're not doing that.
those are the things that what people will say, hey, you know what? I'm just not interested.
Right.
And it's really not, and I'm gonna say something, 55 homes, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's not about paying for anybody's knowledge. You're not paying for the knowledge or the information. You're investing in the experience that people have, because everybody has experience.
Yep.
Remember, you did something, you overcame something. That's an experience, and you can turn that experience into currency. Now, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong, because for everybody who's gone to college, for investing in yourself, exactly.
Right.
For everybody who's gone to college and went to school and sat in front of professors or educators or instructors that you later on figured out that you knew more than them, but you still went to school and you paid for that.
You had to pay for that.
You had to pay for that.
Wasn't free.
This is nothing different.
Yeah.
But it's on a different level, and it's viewed as something different because of the conditioning that we have. We feel like going to a college is okay to pay, but when someone has developed themselves as a marketable item, we should give it away. The devil is a liar, and you are too if you think like that, and you are too if you hang around people who think like that and convince you and guilt you into doing things for them because people are just lazy or have unrealistic expectations. Having a business is like, in this economy, having a business is just like having a baby. In the beginning, it can't do things for itself. You got to change its diaper. You're gonna have to feed it.
Yep.
You're gonna have to nurture it. But as you grow and you understand and learn about your business, you're gonna be able to put things in place, like systems.
Yep.
And use strategies to grow that business to the business that you want it to be, and to nurture that business to where you want it to be, and expand and expound on things and help people. That's what a business is. And I got to go back to the strategy of a business. If you are currently on a job and the average person is not making six figures,
right?
We did some research. You can go do a calculator. You can go and do a research. How many people in America? What's the percentage of Americans that make six figures? Anybody know that? Can anybody tell me that? Percentage?
It's not very much. I could
Americans.
definitely tell you that. Hey, Big Boy Prince. Big Boy Prince says 10%. Someone says 2%. I will Google it. Yes, we're Googling now.
Six figures.
2%.
The numbers change. That's why.
We got a couple 2%. We got a 10%.
So we got roughly, and this is the overview. In the U.S., roughly 18 to 25% of the individual workers earn 100,000 or more. Okay, and that's doing the demographics with men at mid-tier adults 35 to 44. Okay, now that puts them in the top 10% of earners.
10%, right?
However, so 20% is more accurate. So let's say, I'm gonna do the math. Okay, there's 331 million people in this country, roughly. Y'all probably said,
so
where
y'all should be able to
is
see,
this guy going?
Where we going?
Times, I'm gonna do it on the low end of 0.18%. 18%.
And then go ahead.
That's 60 million people in this country, roughly, that makes $100,000 or more on a job. If you're not currently making six figures on the job and you want to make more money, let's say you want to make more money, but if you're not currently making six figures on the job, why would you allow somebody to sell you the idea that the first thing you're going to do is make six figures in a business? Why not understand how to offset? If you're at 50,000, let's start with trying to make enough money to cover your bills.
Yeah. And then and when you think about it, I know that there's a lot of people that they are at that 6-figure level and they still struggling. Right? They're at 6 figures, but they still struggling.
And some people would say they're struggling because they're living above their means. I would say BS. I would say they're still struggling because they don't have financial strategies.
Right.
Financial strategies and living above your means is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people spend on what they shouldn't. People make bad decisions. At the same time, what folks don't understand is that on a job, you're losing 30% of your money to taxes.
Yep.
So that 6 figures just turned into 5 figures.
Yep.
That $100,000 just turned into $70,000 take home pay.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to take out the medical and the dental.
Yep.
And you also have to take off the self-employment stuff.
Yeah.
Social Security, all that
So
stuff.
6 figures really ain't 6 figures.
So
When you think about it.
you know, when you think about this thing and you saying this is what I want to make, why not try to aspire to build something to enhance your lifestyle?
Mm-hmm.
Because we know that people going to work right now, not everybody making 6 figures. Some people don't even want to go to work. So if you don't want to go to work for your business, for somebody else's business, what's going to change your mind and make you want to work for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
What's going to prompt you to do the hard work for yourself?
Right.
Having a side business is going to put you in a position with the right strategies, the right systems in place. It's going to put you in a position to where you can live a better life. People don't like to talk about taxes.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that taxes are your biggest expense.
Yep.
Ask these popular people who have had run-ins with the IRS
Mm-hmm.
because they did not know how to pay monthly or quarterly taxes.
Right. Right.
Ask the people who just did it. You know how people say, well, I'm afraid, and they say, well, just do it. Just do it, and you're
Just
going to
do
be
it.
okay. How about you just do some research
Right.
on the
How
way
about you
to just doing it?
understand, what you're
You know,
getting into?
Just do it. And they're just saying, just start making stuff. But they never once broke it down and say, hey, well, you know what? There's a lot of things that are involved
Mm-hmm.
with running, learning, and operating a business.
Yeah, you can just do it, but as you're just doing it, you better be understanding what you're just doing at the same time. You better be doing some research on how to run that back end, or how to, if you are, say, a content creator, how to understand those taxes and how to understand how to put money aside, quarterly, so that at the end of the year, you're not paying one huge bill, which a lot of people face.
Yeah,
Okay?
Donetta says, just doing, we have some consequences.
Yes.
And that's true. There's nothing wrong with moving forward
Mm-hmm.
and taking action. However, you still got to be wise in it.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I see, we're talking about escaping excuses. Another thing that I see is that many people who are currently in business don't want you to tell them anything.
Mm-hmm.
They already know.
They know everything.
I've run into so many personalities who get mad. They get upset because you're telling them something. You're sharing information with them as if I don't already know that. Well, if you already know it, why you ain't doing it?
Mm-hmm.
If you're wondering why my business is not profitable, if you're wondering why I still have more debt, more expenses than I have money. If you're still wondering why, that's a problem. You have an issue with receiving, digesting, and implementing information that can be helpful to your operation, because you're prideful. And I guess that's the word, pride. The other word is pride.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pride is a huge excuse, especially in the African American community. Pride is a huge excuse. Not understanding what pride is and what pride leads to. Pride leads to destruction.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that other ethnicities aren't proud. I'm just saying what I come into contact with on a regular basis. Pride is one of the most harmful things that you can take into any operation, organization, or relationship. pride. If you already knew, then you'd already be successful.
Exactly.
that ain't,
That's true.
that ain't hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, jumping from pillow to post. Has anybody ever heard that?
Jumping from pillar to post.
Anybody ever heard that expression? Y for yes, N for no. Jumping from pillar to post. That's another reason.
Yeah, because you can't stick to one thing until you build that one before you go to something else, right? You got this one trend that's happening this week, and oh, here's something else. But I hadn't even perfected this thing over here. But wait, this is trendy real bad. Let me go do this. That's jumping from pillar to post. Okay, you're not building one thing before you go do something else.
I've already responded to you, Artoon, and I want you to think about something. There's a link that I'm showing right now on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
and I cannot guarantee you that we're going to be able to help you totally with marketing skills, but I can actually tell you and direct you to where you need to go to become more skilled
Mm-hmm.
on marketing. So there's a link on the screen. If you're willing to invest in yourself, that's what it is. If you're not, then we understand.
Mm-hmm.
However, someone emailed me, emailed us last night. It's funny we get emails late at night, and some of them I just can't help but respond to. And the email read something like this. It read, as a matter of fact, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what it read.
I didn't even.
I'm not gonna tell you what it
yet.
read. Something like, I'm gonna tell you what the email said. I'm gonna tell you what the email said. Email said, I have an idea to start selling. There was no hello, there was no good afternoon, no good evening, no none of that. They just got straight to the point. I have an idea to start selling, but I don't know the best materials to use. I have a heat press, but not sure if I should use the Cricut. I would like a good hoodie and sweats, plus a good t-shirt. What would you recommend? Also, what do you think about fabric spray paint? My response, Artoon, I'm telling you.
You respond to that one?
My response to that was this. Hello. Because I'm from the country. We didn't wake up together.
No.
We didn't go to bed and wake up together.
Greetings and salutations.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. But my response was, we recommend you set up an appointment with us to answer all your questions. And I sent the link to set up an hourly appointment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we recommend. Now, the next thing is communication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say hello, hi, something first before you get into it. I mean, come on, y'all.
What happened?
Come on.
What happened to common basic communication skills? We talk about the youth. We talk about the youth today. And when I say youth, like I said, I'm in my early 50s. Our oldest is 33.
Mm-hmm.
Our youngest is 23. So even then, according to society, that's a whole different generation gap.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to say this. What happened to actually understanding how to write an email
Mm-hmm.
or a text and communicate?
Right, right.
What happened to being cordial? We don't know how to communicate. And that blocks a lot of your blessings.
Yep.
I'm going to say that again because it's not me or anybody else, I'm sure, taking it personal. But if you don't know how to communicate, why would I want to talk to you?
Exactly. Yep.
What happens when you don't know how to speak to somebody? Hello, my name is. My business is.
Right.
And I have a question. I'm not sure if you can help me or if you can point me in the right direction or what do I need to do?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go on with it doesn't take but a couple of more strokes of the pen,
That's
a couple
it.
of strokes of the keypad.
And it's so sad because we see it every day. Like, where's your home training? Did you even, I mean, come on, y'all. Where's your home training? Like, it's like people don't even have any home training. To me, that is common sense. When you are writing an email, speak, say hello. I'm this person. People don't do that. And I'm like, really?
So
Do I really want to respond to these people?
but as
It's
a
sad.
business owner, we're bound by business ethics. We're bound to respond, because if we don't, then hey, I emailed them and they didn't even respond.
You're gonna look at us like we're
You know?
bad business people, but when you emailed us, you didn't have common courtesy to say hello.
You know,
You just went right on. Oh, can I do this or can I do that? Well, hello.
it's
know?
it's a lot. It's a lot. Here's one right here. How much? No, how about the starter kits?
That's the email. How about the starter kits?
Just, you know, I don't understand. I don't understand. We block our blessings because we don't know how to communicate. And those things right there will, I'm not going to say that that's an excuse about as far as escaping excuses.
Yeah.
But you can actually excuse yourself from my presence.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to respond to that. However, like you say, it's one of the things we do. So
see that shirt right there? That's what Pandora said. Make sense common again.
Yeah.
Let's make it common again, y'all.
But we are so involved in getting the bag.
Yeah.
We're so involved with so much of, you know, quick responses, turnaround, that we don't even understand what it is that we're doing. We don't understand the groundwork that we're laying.
Right.
You want a business owner to be to communicate with you,
right,
and to be approachable,
right,
and relatable. However, you're not.
You're not giving the same energy.
The garment guy says, in quotes, y'all, he said, how much is that t-shirt? He said that kills him.
I know.
It kills me.
No. I'm telling you. Oh,
so,
my goodness.
We get a little bit off. I'm getting off topic, not you. I'm getting off topic. Listen, we came on today. And Grand Rising, everybody. If you haven't dropped your city and state, please do so. We're towards the end of the video, but we are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. This is our business, and our business, along with another business, we teach business building, business finances, personal finances, and business etiquette is important.
Yeah.
Okay. Business etiquette is important.
Very important. That's one of the things that we talked about in our
first session,
first business building session last Tuesday. That was the first thing that we got into. Business building, business etiquette, goal setting. Yeah. So we talked about that first before we even went into the first part of building a business. So that's the type of stuff that we are teaching in our membership, because we want you to be successful, right? So we're gonna be teaching from start to finish. Okay, you guys are gonna get to have 2 one-on-one sessions with us per month. That's 2 per month. Okay, one-on-ones. There's so many classes that's already gonna be in your membership, and then once we add the classes, everything for you is gonna be automatically included. So it's a great membership. We are enjoying the members that we have thus far. We've already been getting some great feedback on the membership, because with the membership, you're able to kind of go at your own pace. Okay. We do the lives every Tuesday. If for some reason you cannot attend the live, then you have access to go back and view that information. Okay. There are several classes on there that you already have access to. I believe over 18 classes that you already have access to on the platform for the membership. So also it is under introductory price right now. Today is the 20th. You guys have
the 19th.
Today's the 19th?
Yeah.
So you guys have until the 21st in order to get the membership for the introductory rate. After the 21st, starting the 22nd, the membership price is going up. If you get in before then, you will be grandfathered in for the price that you get during the introductory rate. Okay.
So are we, Sandra. I can't wait to see what your thoughts and your desires are. Guys, we got Big Boy out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Grand Rising to you as well, sweetheart. Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you, Miss A Hub. Annie says West Covina, California.
West Covina.
Haley says Haley's Tees and DTFs, Rockingham, North Carolina. I love listening to y'all.
Hey,
Man,
Haley.
that's a new one because let's see.
People love us.
Yeah, they love you. At 55 Homes, I just responded to that. There's a link. All you gotta do is copy that link and go ahead and check that membership out. Let's see what else we got. I want to hit these. Okay. I don't want to miss anybody.
So yeah, make sure you guys lock in before the 22nd if you want to get a great price on our TBS membership.
And like she said, not to try to mansplain, but everybody out here right now is offering a membership, some type of membership.
Yeah.
Okay. We get that. We understand that. Ours is affordable and it's sensible. We're not trying to cut into your pockets because we know that everybody has other expenses and other responsibilities. So we're making the membership very, very important. Okay. Very important, but also very affordable. The membership is going to connect you with us in a better way. Being able to do one-on-ones with us, as Sandra said, she says, I'm looking forward to my one-on-one with you guys. Thank you in advance. You get 2 one-on-ones with us every month. Now we're probably gonna wear ourselves out as our membership grows. And I'm here for it.
We're here for it, y'all.
I'm here for it. El Boogie says, I love the subscription. I'm learning so much, and you just joined. I love it.
El Boogie.
Yeah, we just started is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what I want you guys to understand is that anybody can sell you a membership, but you have to examine the people who are delivering the information. You have to examine the people who are delivering the information. I never want to sound like I'm talking negatively about people, but man, it is what it is. We're out here upset because we're saying that people are scamming us, but you're scamming yourselves because you're falling for the 6-figure conversation. When I just told you that 18 to 25% of Americans, only 18 to 25% of Americans make 6 figures on their job.
Right.
So why not learn how to add to what you have and then grow from there? Because nobody wants to hear that conversation. Really, I'm talking about real talk. People want it right now. I didn't do what I was supposed to do when I was young, so I'm in a hurry. I don't have time. I get it. I didn't do what I was supposed to do either. I don't have a lot of time. So that means it's even more important that you take every second, you organize, you structure it, you position yourself to do something different. Most of you out there, and this is no shade, but most small businesses out there are hanging on by a limb. You're solopreneurs, you're doing it by yourself. You don't have any structure, you don't have any strategies, and you don't have any systems in place.
Right.
Them 3 S's: structure, systems, and strategies. And then you don't want to admit to it because you're thinking that if I admit to it, then it makes me weak.
Right.
Or I'm tapped out and I don't have enough money. GL Monroe, thanks for jumping on. I don't have enough money to invest in another membership. Well, first of all, the one that you probably invested in, you never opened it. And if you did open it, it probably wasn't what you needed.
Right.
See, I'm not going to sell you a t-shirt business class because there's nothing to making t-shirts. I'm not trying to degrade it. I'm not trying to downplay it. I'm not trying to do that at all.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is it's not hard to make t-shirts.
Right.
So see, that's the thing right there is what I'm talking about. I'm going to skip the one comment, but I'm going to read this one. So you saying I can learn how to make 6 figures y'all teaching? No.
Nope.
That's not what I'm saying.
That's not what we're saying.
What we're saying is that people ain't making 6 figures on their job.
Exactly.
So why not learn how to take a side business and no, you're good. Why not learn how to take a side business and a job, combine the incomes, to increase your income.
Exactly.
See, making six figures, making any amount of money, more money that you currently have, is a responsibility that a lot of people are not ready to take on.
Exactly. And that's the thing too. We have a lot of people out here. Oh, let me show you how to make six figures. Let me show you how to do that. That's not what we're here for. That's not what our membership is about. Okay, we're here to help you to grow your business, because we can't sit up here and say that we're going to help somebody make six figures, but we don't even know what your work ethic is.
We don't know what your work ethic is.
You don't hustle like we do. You don't get up like we do. So how are we going to tell you that we're going to help you to make six figures? We don't even know what your work ethic is.
We're
not doing that.
That's a lie that the beast has told. So now watch this. If you can learn how to make $50 extra a month, that don't sound like a lot, but you do the multiplication. 50 times 12 months is $600. And then you can grow to $100 extra a month.
Exactly. It's about
and then
growth.
$200 extra.
It's about growth.
You're not in business. You're not guaranteed to make money every month. You're not guaranteed to make money every day.
Exactly.
So,
but if you don't understand business, you'll never get that.
It's gonna add up,
You'll
and it's gonna add up, and it's gonna knock you off your socks.
Right.
And then combine that, once again, these are the strategies. Now combine that with the tax deductions.
Yep.
Well, I didn't make that much money this month, but I still had expenses.
Exactly.
So that's gonna lower my taxable liability.
Exactly. And people don't understand that. That's one thing that people, they don't understand the whole tax part of business, how it is a tool. The business is a tool to help you to lower your taxes, and that's something that we talk about in our membership. If you don't know and understand that, you'll never get it.
I'm gonna tell you why they don't understand.
You'll never get it,
because the person that's telling them, the person that they're listening to, the person that's showing them all their rings and all their jewelry, all their clothes,
red bottles,
all their bling,
Mercedes,
they ain't talking about it. And that's why it's not important. They're not listening.
Y'all better wake up.
They're not listening because it's not registering, because they're not talking about it.
Y'all better wake up.
That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a few good people.
We're looking for a few good people.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, and I have to keep on saying this. If you are that one that think that you're gonna come in this membership and that you're gonna be making six figures next month
or even next year. Not saying it can't happen.
Right. But that's up to you.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with us. That's up to you and your work ethic.
So I'm back on this.
Okay.
I'm back on this, y'all. I'm back on this. And I need you to understand where we're coming from as we close this live. We've been on here for about an hour. So I'm going to show you guys on TikTok.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring this screen up here for the people who are here on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, also, guys, we do have, if you don't want to pay for the full TBS membership, we do have the community, the TBS community. That is a community where you can come in and you can engage with like-minded people, ask questions. If it's something that you wanted to know, ask it inside of the community. However, with just the community, you do not get all the classes. You do not get one-on-ones with us. Okay. So it's just a community that you're in where you can ask questions. That's what the community is. For the TBS membership, you get all of the classes, you get the one-on-ones, you get the live presentations from us. Okay. So the TBS community is the community is different from the full membership. Okay. So just wanted to kind of re-emphasize that part of it.
So D is going to navigate on the computer.
Okay.
So when you come, tell them. Okay. So when you come to the website,
so guys, when you come to the website, this is our website, theblankspot.com.
And you may have a pop-up.
You're gonna have on the phone. You're gonna go to those three little lines. On the computer, you're gonna go to TBS Academy. Okay. And when you get to the Academy, how do I scroll down? Okay. So when you get to the Academy, you have a couple options here. Okay. You have the Build and Grow.
TBS Academy.
TBS.
Going a little fast.
Build and Grow with TBS.
Slow down for a minute. There we go.
That's the first one. That's the full membership. Okay. And then you have the TBS membership community.
Pull it up so they can see the price.
Okay.
Let's
So
hit the down arrow. We're not trying to hide
All right.
anything from y'all.
So you can see right here the Build and Grow with TBS. That's the full membership. It starts at $18.99 per month. Okay, let me see if I can click on this. When you click on it, you will see everything that's included.
Talks about everything included.
Okay, it also has other options. If you want to get the price lowered, you can do 3 months. 3 months, you can pay for 3 months for $50.97. And then, or you can pay for 6 months at $89.94. With the 3 months, basically you're paying $16.99 a month. If you pay for 6 months, you're paying $14.99 per month.
And as you can see, you get a 3 free day trial.
Yep.
That means you have access to everything for 3 days.
If you do the 6 or the 3 month. Okay. With the monthly, there is no free trial. All right. And
Thank you,
so
55
also
Homes.
if you keep scrolling down, you can see everything that's already included in the membership. Okay. I'm talking about record keep. These are classes that are already in there, y'all. They're already in there ready for you. Okay. And it just goes on and on and on. This is stuff that's already ready for you guys to view and to go over and over with. Okay. So that is the membership. Okay. Again, the community is just a community of people that you can just network with and ask questions.
And that's your community.
Okay.
And we got a special on the community as well. You can get in for the first month, the first payment, $3.99.
Yep.
And then after that, it's going to be $7.99 a month.
Mhm.
Now, like Dee said,
with the community, you do not get all of the other perks. Okay. It's a networking community. Okay. With the membership, you get all of the classes and everything, one-on-ones, for the membership.
y'all should be taking a screenshot right now. That's for those that's interested. For those who are not, it's cool. So what we are doing here, guys, is very simple. It is extremely simple. It's not a opportunity to run to the bank with your money for $18.99. It ain't an opportunity. If you, it's not a $200 a month membership. It's not a $99 a month membership. This is something that you can actually do and still keep money in your pocket and still grow your opportunity. We're not here to do no hard sales. We ain't here to convince nobody of nothing. We're not here to do any of that. All we're here to do is to provide an opportunity for people who want to grow and build their business. Like Dee said, until the 21st at 11:59 p.m., it's going to stay $18.99 to get started. And then it's going to be $18.99 and you're grandfathered in. But on 12/01, at 12/01, on the 22nd, the price goes up.
Yep.
And the membership goes up. All three prices go up. So this is the introductory. If you already jumped in, you grandfather. But if not, you got to pay the piper. Here's the thing. Why not invest in yourselves? Even if you are a crafter, there's craft items in there as well. Why not invest $18.99 in yourself? Try it out. If you don't like it, twisting things, greetings. If you don't like it, then you just don't pay the next month.
Right.
But if
there's
you
no
do,
obligation.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, go ahead and get in, and then you're able to schedule your one-on-one. Okay. So if you're just coming in twisting things, what I want you to do, if you're not following us on our Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube, go to the YouTube channel, which is The Blank Spot, and you can watch the replay. Okay. Watch the replay. But this is what we're going to be talking about. I'm probably going to get on later on tonight and talk about it again, in a different light, talking about why you should start a business. And then we're going to talk about it again tomorrow. We're going to keep on talking about it until people start taking action, because this is our business. Yeah,
I'm excited, for the people that's already in the membership. You guys, a lot of you guys have already been following us for a while, but this is a chance for us to really pour into you. And I really, really hope that you guys take this opportunity to really pour into yourself. Okay. Especially when we get on these 101s, we really want to help you guys to get to where you want to be. Okay. So shout out to all the members. I see a few of you guys over here on YouTube and Facebook. We appreciate you. We are excited about what's going to happen for you in 2026, but you got to be ready, okay, for us to pour into you and for you to pour back into your business.
So I'm gonna read this one, but I'm not gonna read the last name. But they say, hey, they just joined 26. Well, they just posted 26 minutes ago.
Yeah.
In the introduction. Okay. Good morning. My name is Patricia, and I'm new here. I'm excited to learn and grow. I'm the owner of, and she said her business name.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently started, and I'm trying to grow my business and learn how to do what is necessary to get my business where it needs to be. Here to learn and grow.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, that's music to our ears,
Mm-hmm.
because that means that what we're doing, and we're setting people up, we're setting people up to help them, not to hurt them. What we're doing is going to help people. So not everybody's going to feel the way that we feel, because there's going to be some people say, you know what, I'm not paying for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. Guess what we're not doing? We're never talking to you, because you already know that you're looking for something for free, and your idea behind investing in yourself in this way is not what you think about. That's okay. We're good with that. But for the ones who are going to shake that mindset off, it's going to say, hey, you know what? I do know a lot, but I know I don't know everything. And those are the people that can add value to us as well.
Right.
So thank y'all for jumping on. We appreciate you. We know you could have been anywhere else. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support on the lives. Thank you for everybody who's joined the community, and welcoming to you guys, to the ones who are going to join. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We're going to see each and every one of you guys at the top, because there's entirely too many people struggling unnecessarily at the bottom. Peace.